From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Happy holidays from Weather NorCal and our sponsors. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. You know, it's one of those days where you could get out there, enjoy some time with the family, get outside, and a little bit of a nip in the air in the valley here, and of course cooler in the higher elevations, but overall not a bad day out there for today. Let's take a look at Kruger's Quickcast here and get you out the door here for tonight and into tomorrow morning. We do expect another cold night. We're talking low to mid 30s in the valley, teens and 20s for the higher elevations. And even for the coast, we're getting quite cold in the mid to even upper 30s. Crescent City could drop down to about 39 degrees. So for tomorrow morning, as you're heading out the door, you'll be looking at temperatures again, a cold start to the day, clear skies. There may be some patchy fog out there in some areas, but overall, I do expect it to be another pleasant day for tomorrow. A lot of clouds coming in from the south and west, but those really aren't going to have a huge impact on us. Another fairly impressive storm system over the Gulf of Alaska. This too will not have a very big impact on us because it's going to be blocked by a big ridge of high pressure that's in place. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail in our deeper dive forecast, but here's what we have in store for your Friday. Low 60s, right around 60 for the valley. We're talking 40s for most of the higher elevations, and it does look like the coast will be looking at temperatures somewhere in the mid to upper 50s for your daytime highs, low to mid 60s inland. So your 7-day forecast for the valley, temperatures are increasing. We're in the mid 60s by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. For the coast, inland in Trinity County, we're in the upper 50s for the coast here by the weekend, early next week. Inland in the mid 60s, and for Weaverville, low 60s for your daytime highs. How about Siskiyou, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains? Well, you know, we're only getting the upper 40s for places like Susanville. We'll be lucky to get to 50 for Alturas later on next week. And then for Mount Shasta, yeah, it looks like some low to even some mid 50s later on going into this weekend. Travel forecast, yeah, we still got to do a lot of traveling out there. Maybe you're watching from somewhere other than Northern California. Maybe you're in Southern California. There you can see in Palm Springs about 74, Bakersfield about 59 degrees. For Saturday, we're still looking at those dry conditions and some fairly mild temperatures. Much cooler, obviously, up to the north for your Friday. Temperatures in the 30s up to the north, out towards Seattle and Portland, somewhere in the low to mid 40s. For your Saturday, could see some of that morning fog. Otherwise, temperatures in the 40s. Not much change here going into your Saturday as well. Maybe you're traveling, taking to the skies. We don't really have any major impacts as far as winter storms, minus some of that lake effect snow that we could see for your Friday and Saturday, and some minimal impacts off to the east. Otherwise, here's the deal. We expect areas of fog in some areas here, especially those inland and mountain valleys, but cold and frosty for the next few mornings, especially for the higher elevations, but even the valley getting quite cold too. Mainly sunny and seasonal for the next 7 days, 7, even 10 days. And some of the long-range forecast models are indicating we are dry through mid-December. But other models are bringing in some rain a little bit sooner than that, but it doesn't look anything promising right now. Again, you can see all the clouds onto our south. That's an area of low pressure. That's not going to have a big impact on our weather at all. Area of low pressure off to our west. In fact, we've got a series of storms that are out over the Gulf of Alaska. All of them are heading our way, but they can't move through us because we've got this big ridge of high pressure. So you see all of these storms right here that are moving up and over that ridge through all of next week. There's a look at Thursday, most likely into Friday as well. You can see some clouds kind of filtering through at times over the next 7 days, but for the most part, a lot of sunshine in the forecast. Also, of course, you can clearly see why we're seeing the drier than normal conditions. Warmer than normal conditions are in the forecast, but not by much. I mean, the normal high in the valley is about 60. We'll be probably somewhere in the mid 60s for your daytime highs in that long range. Taking a look at your wave heights, and we're going to take you into Friday. They are increasing a little bit for Friday afternoon, but then they kind of back off a little bit here for your Saturday, for maybe coming back in Saturday afternoon and Sunday. But bottom line, nothing to be concerned about for those of you that do need to be on those small boats. All right, again, for tonight, it's cold, low to mid 30s valley, teens 20s for the mountains, and we're talking those mid to upper 30s out along the coast. Let's take a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures in the upper 50s, maybe even around 60 for some of those warmer spots. It is warming up though as we go into the weekend and even into next week. 54 in Rio Dell, 57 out towards Blue Lake, and it looks like Garberville, about 62 degrees. 62 for Orleans, 59 for Smith River, and 58 degrees in Trinidad. Let's take you out to Siskiyou County here. You can see about 47 for Gazelle. Looks like Dunsmuir, about 54 degrees for that daytime high. And there's your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. Generally in the low to maybe some mid 40s. There you can see Tule Lake about 42, 44 for Alturas, and Eagleville about 45 degrees for your Friday. Let's take a look at your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast with temperatures in the 40s, even some 50s in there. 50 degrees for Bernie, 56 in Shingletown, and Paradise, one of the warmer spots at about 56 degrees. And your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Your temperature should be in the upper 50s to even some low 60s for your daytime highs. 62 for Redding, 60 in Whiskeytown, Lakehead also a high of 60, and Red Bluff topping out at 60 degrees as well. There's a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. We're in the low 60s through the weekend, mid 60s though by Monday, Tuesday, and pretty much keep it dry and mild through next week. That is your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning on Coffee with Kruger at 7 a.m. and your morning update at 6 a.m. Have a great night.
Bar and Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Bar and Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Bar and Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.